Yo guys. Oh my god, I really can't. मुझे नहीं पता ये YouTube like the intros होती है ना, they're like literally the hardest. Like मुझे समझ नहीं आता कैसे लोग बनाते हैं अपनी intro. मुझसे तो कभी नहीं बनने वाली. So yeah, हाय से काम चला रहा हूँ. Anyway, so this video, I'm making this because I feel like this is something that people would want to know. So this video is how I got full scholarship at Yonsei University. और I feel like some of you will be disappointed because मैं लग रहा होगा कि मैंने मतलब I'll tell you the way to get it because there actually no way that I can suggest you to get it, but I can tell you the things that I did that if you are ever interested in applying to Yonsei, you can do to be like one of the people who could potentially get the scholarship. So I'll start with back in high school years. So when I was in 10th grade, I started like making lists of universities I wanted to go to. तो मैंने like पूरी list बनानी start कर दी थी India से लेके like, oh sorry, I'm sorry, but I did not include any Indian universities in my list because I was pretty sure that I didn't want to study in India. Because I wanted to go out to study because I wanted like exposure. I also wanted to like know what it's like to be independent and because how like Indian kids, like we are so sheltered and nurtured by our parents. Like we have everything at home, like like मुझे पता भी नहीं था कि बर्तन धोना, खाना बनाना, कपड़े धोना. It's all like when I came here, I was literally like a disabled person. I did not know how to do any house or anything, but living alone really teaches you so much about life in general, makes you independent, and I wanted that, so that's why I didn't want to study in India. In general, I wanted to study in one of the world's like top 50 universities at least, especially for the major that I wanted to do. So back then I took in 11th 12th grade I did Ieb Diploma. If you're aware of it, it's like you choose 6 subjects and you have something called CAS, which is Creativity Activity Service, and then you have my dog is literally like running around. But anyways, you have like CAS and extended essays. It's basically like college in school. It's torture, but it's like worth it because when you're in college, everything seems a lot easier because you already know how to do half of the things because you did them in school. Unfortunately, okay, no, I'm not gonna say this. I'm not gonna say anything about my school. Cut that out of this. So when I was I did IB specifically because I thought it's like kind of better than doing, and I hate CBSE. I'm sorry, like I hate the way CBSE functions. I hate वो रट्टा मारना मुझसे बिल्कुल नहीं होता. जब तक मुझे चीज़ समझ नहीं आती मैं नहीं पढ़ सकती. And मुझे एक्चुअल में पढ़ने का like शौक है. साइंस मैंने सिर्फ 7th तक CBSE किया था, और I swear to God I used to think I'm the dumbest person ever. Like even though I was really good at studies that time too, like I got good grades, but I was just like, this is just not for me. This curriculum is not for me. And like I did the American curriculum after that from 8th to 10th grade, and that was like absolutely lovely. Like I had amazing teachers. They really built me a good base, and I didn't have any stream. I studied all subjects. And then I realized in like end of 10th grade that science is really what I'm really good at, but I was also good at other things too. So but science was the main. So when I came to IB, I took chemistry, biology, and psychology higher level, and then I took mainly your HLs are what matters. Your higher levels is what matters because your like college degree, they're gonna see what HLs you take mainly. And some college degrees will also have requirement for anyway, so I took biochem and psychology HL. And I was really good at psychology. Honestly, like our school didn't really have a teacher for half of the time, but I studied all on my own. Biology also, I somehow managed it. The teacher was not helpful. And then anyways, let's skip all of that. Okay, so for my college applications now, I applied to a lot of colleges, but I'm only going to talk about Yonsei in this video. I got into a lot of colleges, but why I chose Yonsei? It was specifically, there were 2 reasons. Number 1 was that the major I wanted to do include a lot of research, and Yonsei is like one of the top for giving patent to students for their research. It's like one of the number 1 to get like patent for your research. Like you get your research registered under your name and stuff, and like they give you patent and stuff. So that was something that was really important to me because I wanted to do research. On second hand, the reason was that I got full scholarship, and like obviously it's like I had to pay zero tuition. So that was very like one of the main reasons, because for me it was like I did not want to waste money on my undergrad. I wanted to spend that money, invest that money in my graduate school, because I was planning to go to medical college, which I still am. I'm gonna give the exams from MCAT, medical college admissions test, and I'm also gonna give the LSAT, because I'm a kind of person like I want to do everything, and I'm kind of good at a lot of things like in studies. Like I really vibe with law. I take law classes even now. I have 2 majors in my college right now. My first major is bioconvergence engineering, which is completely science based, and my second major is justice and civil leadership, which is more like legal and leadership and politics based, but mostly like law. We take law classes, like we take criminal law, tort law, different kinds of laws, and it kind of prepares you for law school. So I took both of them because I was really like, I don't know if I want to go to law school, I don't want to go to med school, but I want to try for both. But I think my priority is med school, obviously, because I want to be either a psychiatrist or I want to be either a neurosurgeon. There are other dreams I have. There are a lot of dreams I have. I'm aspiring, like I want to be a filmmaker or an actor, but that's like something that really depends on your luck. So I still have a directioned career, but if I get lucky, then that's there. But anyways, so that's there. So when I chose Yonsei, I was like, it was mainly because of scholarship. Now how I got it, now personally what I think is here. So first of all, in IB we do not give our real grade. IB we do not really give our like real grades when we're applying to college. We give our predicted grades, which are like the grades that our teachers predict based on our exams and pre-boards. They predict the grade that we will get in the final, and we get into colleges based on that. Then we get like conditional or unconditional offers. In the conditional offer, they tell you that give the final exams, like they admit you're in the university now, but if you get that conditional offer, like if you get the grade that you were predicted, or like they give a certain number point that if you get that, then you will get in, but if you don't, then your offer will be cancelled. But the unconditional is like, if you, doesn't matter what grade you get, like you're in the university. And I got an unconditional scholarship offer from Yonsei, and that was basically like, I was really happy that, like I remember when it happened, my dad was like so proud, because obviously like getting full scholarship was like a big thing for me. I did not expect it at all, because I did not apply for any kind of scholarship. It just happened, and I think my predicted was really good. I think my predicted was like 41 out of 45 or 40. We don't get to see them, but that's what I think it was, because that was like, yeah, I think that's what it was, because I kind of saw it, like didn't see it, but I kind of asked all my teachers like, what did you give me, and like had an estimate. So yeah. And then for the I think my main game changer was like I had a lot of extracurriculars, like I really like doing social work, but that's not for like my college and stuff. That's just what I like doing. Even today, if I'm in India, I like make sure like I can go to old age homes and orphanages, because that's just, and especially I like working at schools for special children, like kids who have genetic disabilities, because I have a younger brother who has Down syndrome, and because of him I have always really been interested in the field, and also like I want to help these kids like no matter what way I can. So I used to teach in schools for special children, and I did internships, and I also did internships in the a unit of WHO, and like I did a lot of internships, and I did a lot of social work, and I had a lot of like hobbies. So I had a lot of certificates for like debate, MUNs, and poetry, writing, and there's like a lot of things, dance, football. I did like everything. And then all these I had about like 55 certificates, like just from like my 10th grade. And then 11th, 12th grade, I had merit certificates, like for getting excellent grades, for like, from 8th grade to 12th grade, I got like merit certificates that are basically like if you get above 95% or 93% then you get a certificate. So I got that every semester from 8th to like end of 10th, and then when I came to IB, I got my certificate after 11th grade for getting like more than 35 points. And then I had all these merits, and then after that I think this all that really added to my like application. But then what I personally think was the game changer is like when I had my interview. I remember I gave my English literature final exam, like board exam, and I was sitting with my best friend in the car. Chichi and I were sitting, and I got the call for my interview. And two of our professors like that I know today took my interview, and they asked questions like really like simple questions like, oh, why do you want to come to Korea, why do you want to choose Yonsei, and also they asked me about like my career, like what I want to do. I said medicine, and they're like, why do you want to do medicine? So I talked about like how in my own family in like hospitals I've seen how medical business has become so commercialized, and I want to change that. Like I want medicine to be more about helping others and being a doctor with a lot of integrity that can like, you know, really like save lives, and focus more on like that than me. Also want to do like my second major in legal studies, because in medicine I've seen a lot of medical malpractice in my own family. I've seen some people I really care about pass away because of some doctors' mistakes and stuff. So that really made me feel like I really want the legal and the medical knowledge so I can fight against medical malpractice and commercialization of medicine. And these were my replies. And I think one of the major things, like I'm very confident when I do interviews in general. So like I think it was the confidence and it was my answers, and I did not prepare anything in pre-hand. I was just like, yeah, some things my dad is the one who guides me through everything academic. Like he's the one who's been literally like helping me do my essays. He's the one who's like always been helping. He's the one who I practiced for interview. Like we did mock interview, and he told me things I should say that will leave an impact. Like one of the things he told me was like in the end of the interview they asked me like, do you have any questions? So I was like, yeah, when can I join, like when can I come to the university, like, you know. And they were just like, they started laughing and stuff. I think that was like, you know, the confidence and like intellectual on answers. Like I feel like that was what made a huge impact. And you know, they said to me in the interview, they're like, soon, like we're so excited to have you. Like it just seemed like, you know, I felt like I already got in, but obviously like I was still like not sure. And after that I got busy with my boards, and then after my graduation day, like I got an email, and first I got the acceptance email. I was happy in that, but the second email was like, you get 100% scholarship. So that's how it happened. And then once you get the scholarship, you have to work really hard to maintain it. You have to have a minimum GPA of 3 every semester to keep it. It's kind of hard, but it happens. Like if you put into your heart and soul into it, it works out. So like in your application, I think do a lot of extracurricular activities. And what I suggest, like don't do extracurricular just because, you know, I want to get into college and I just want to like doing it for my CV. Do things you really love. Like for me, I really love doing social work. So find something you really love and just go beyond than that. And like, you know, just don't think about like this is for college. Think about this is for life. And you know, you do it with all your heart, and then it's gonna help your CV, definitely, but it's also gonna help you grow as a person. And then for interviews, just be charming and be confident, be yourself, and like, you know, just like leave an impact. And I feel like that's like main key. And obviously your grades are important. Work hard in like high school, because once you get into college you feel a lot better about yourself. Like I know how I used to feel. I was like, oh my god, like when I started getting acceptance letters, I was like, literally it boosted my confidence so much. So just like work hard in high school.